welcome to today's Daily Dominion, which has Dark Ages and Alchemy. There's no draw here. Otherwise, you would have, if there's a Catacombs on this board, boy howdy, we'd have a kingdom. As it is, it's going to be a little bit rough. Definitely shouldn't go in too negatively, but it's definitely possible to lose here to AI and even while playing well. We'll see exactly what the AI does, but I think the focus here is going to be on Ironmonger, and then probably in activating some market squares, and then you just green. I mean, there's no build up to do here. I don't think the rogue matters a whole lot. It's not impossible to get though, but Procession is a little bit of a hard sell because the 5s aren't that good. And like the plus actions doesn't matter. Anyway, we're basically a draw card away from a big engine, but we don't have it, so we can't play it. We're going to open Ironmonger Silver. We're going to be looking for Counterfeit and a Junk Dealer, I guess, on the reshuffle, if we can get whatever we can get there. I probably should have left that on top, actually. Well, okay, so there was a chance of drawing the there's a chance of drawing the silver, which would have been nice. But otherwise, this is kind of bad and not the best shuffle to trigger, but whatever. I think I'm going to go Counterfeit first. This is a pretty good shuffle to trigger. And now I'm going to get a Junk Dealer. Here we're going to have 6 or 7, 6. So we could take maybe a couple market squares. Okay, we don't hit Thrasher. I would say there's like a limit to how good market squares are here. But maybe a 3rd is okay. 3 seems like a little bit much. This may be better off as a silver or something. If we don't find the Junk Dealer on top, we're in a little bit of a bad spot. But this is good. I'm not sure exactly what the AI has going on. They do have a Counterfeit. Okay, we're greening. Well. Okay, this is a pretty cruddy reshuffle so far. There are going to be limits to like how much. Can we get 8 here? I can get 8. This is a pretty bad back half of the shuffle, to be honest. They hit 8 exact, which is terrifying. We miss, which is also a little terrifying. We could get a second Counterfeit. We have some golds. We could just take a gold. I'm not feeling good about this one, but maybe. I think probably the 3rd market square needed to be a silver. So the reveals on these reveals have been terrible. We keep clumping this. This is actually just abysmal. We gotta go here. The Ironmonger reveals have been really bad. Fortunately, this one does get us to 8 at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we get there without having to trash gold, which is nice. We're back in a position where we can make it. I mean, if we get lab hits on the Ironmonger, we're probably okay. This is going to get into some Dutchian, for sure. Guess the question is, do we take a state? Probably not. There was our counterfeits though, so that really reduces the amount of money we can have here in the bottom. I mean, the golds are down in here, but maybe we do need the estate in case they get province estate. Well, that's completely unworkable. We find a counterfeit? Nope. If we find a counterfeit, we get there. But we needed province. Now this all the golds and the counterfeits are not paired with the golds, so we're probably lost. We hit province here though, we can get there. The problem, like I said though, is that we don't have in fact it's not possible, right? I mean, unless the top, I guess if top, it's still, it's like, can we trigger the shuffle or do we just have to wait? I mean, they didn't do anything last turn. This is bad. Okay, so like, in theory, if we do the reshuffle, we can get an Ironmonger, which can reveal green, which can draw us enough to hit province. But it's pretty unlikely. And then and triggering the shuffle brings the counterfeits out of the discard or out of the shuffle. Because just one gold is not enough. So maybe we just need to do it to be in, I don't know. Yeah, we don't even get anything. There's no reason to counterfeit it. It doesn't give us more. So now we're just waiting on the AI to, well, one of us to hit province. They're going to get it here. If that's too much, yeah, that's way too much. They're going to get it here. Oh, that was a pretty unfortunate draws. I mean, like the decks aren't super different. I mean, I'm basically out of money at that point, but the no counterfeit hit on that one shuffle was pretty unfortunate. All right, well, that's sort of what I expected. I mean, it's always going to come down to something like that. Unfortunately, it's just one of those kingdoms. I mean, I guess we can see what happens if I don't trigger that shuffle. Well, and really I should leave the market square on top technically. So I don't even think, well, I know a little bit more about what the AI is doing, but like if we're assuming they don't get province to win, then province is enough regardless. Duchy estate doesn't get us out of there. And anything more than that is province for them, so we'll see if this isn't really looking much better. And in fact, it also misses. So we know there's at least another turn, right? No, this is the turn where they get there. Yeah, so that didn't help. I don't know. The only other thing is the, and again, probing at these specific points is just checking your RNG seed. It's not really telling you so much about the path of the game. We're going to get that last. There's the first two. It's like here. Like Ironmonger Silver instead of the Market Square. We really did not have great. This is pretty good actually, but a lot of the reveals were not super great throughout the game. We had 2 turns where we saw basically no treasure with the this is pretty similar. I think in the other turn we had a Market Square there, so we had to play it and we drew a copper or something. And this I think gets $8 or $7, I mean. If I remember correctly, yeah. So there, and this is where I bought the second counterfeit, which maybe again, we can try something else. We can just get a second or another gold here. But this is the kind of the situation we ran into in the other game. Though now the shuffle I think is kind of off or modified a little bit. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. This is pretty different deck composition going into this shuffle. Guess this looks the same or similar. But definitely this, if they have the same shuffle, which I don't know, the RNG may be different. They get like 14 or something here. Yeah, it is a little different. I think they had more money originally. So I'm running into the same thing, only I do have, is this 13? Yeah, 14. We do get it that way. Honestly, probably from a deck composition perspective, the silver is probably better than the Market Square there, but part of it is just how the shuffle's changed as a result of some of that. So it's hard to, you don't want to read too much into these reloads because of it's just not enough information, but I think there's some takeaways there, not getting the second counterfeit, but you know, it could easily work out to be better to do it the other ways under different shuffles. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We unfortunately didn't even get up to the week streak, so we'll just hop back on, keep trying, and I will catch you all tomorrow.